Hey everyone, welcome back to the Sovereign Ratio. Today we're going to talk about Gala Games token V2 airdrop and what you need to do and some information about Coinbase. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button for the video, and leave a comment below. Alright, so Gala Games is generally considered to be one of the best and most promising projects in the crypto gaming space and metaverse space. There are some critics, however, because the token does not have the best tokenomics. If you go and look at the market cap to the fully diluted market cap and also the unlocked token quantity, it does not look great. But on the contrarian viewpoint, the Gala Games marketing team is fantastic. The products that they've shown and the wide range and depth of products that they've shown is very good. They've been affiliated with Snoop Dogg. They're also working with music on the blockchain and NFTs. And now what they're doing is they're implementing smart contracts onto the chain. So in order to do that, Gala has decided to take token version 1 and airdrop token version 2. And then token version 1 would basically be worthless or would be considered dust in somebody's wallet. As a result of this, and I'm currently not sure why, Coinbase is not supporting this airdrop. So if you hold Gala Games tokens on Coinbase, you need to look at either selling the tokens or sending them to an external wallet, like MetaMask or Atomic Wallet or Ledger or whatever you use to self-custody your tokens. So on other exchanges, Gala is recommending that you go ahead and self-custody your tokens on one of those external wallets or whatever external wallet that you use. However, Gala is also working with other exchanges to convert the V1 tokens to the V2 tokens. So there's really no issue with the transition for people that are on exchanges other than Coinbase. At the same time, Gala is also recommending that you take self-custody to make 100% sure. So the best thing you could probably do here is to get yourself a MetaMask wallet if you don't already have one and transfer those Gala assets over to the Ethereum-based MetaMask wallet. Or you can send it to your Ledger. I think Ledger supports that, or maybe Trezor supports that. But any Ethereum-based wallet, the airdrop is guaranteed. As long as you have it in your wallet and you have access to the wallet, Gala V1 will be transferred to Gala V2. There are plenty of videos online on YouTube. Just do a quick search like external Ethereum wallets, self-custody Ethereum wallets, MetaMask, and you can figure out how to set one of those up and without too much trouble. The one thing is just making sure that the addresses that you're sending things to and from are correct, and if there's any passphrases needed or any codes needed, that you're inputting that. So do take a bit of caution when you do that, but it is really not difficult to set up an external Ethereum wallet. So why is this being done? I think the best way to explain why this is being done is simply just to read the blog post by Gala Games. As Gala Games ecosystem continues to grow and evolve, we are thrilled to announce the upcoming launch of Gala V2 on May 15th. This upgrade to the Ethereum contract for the Gala token brings a lot of host improvements to the table, including enhanced burn mechanisms, security enhancements, and future upgradability. With an eye beyond our horizon, the team is dedicated to ensuring Gala and Gala Games ecosystem remain at the forefront of blockchain technology and usability. Now, me reading that sounds fantastic. Of course, they want their product to sound fantastic. They want consumers to have, or investors to have the utmost faith in the direction that Gala is headed. And good thing is, moving to a smart contract does allow a wider range of features for the platform, especially when it comes to NFTs and Gala potentially integrating NFTs into their product, which is a good thing. All of these are good things that we're seeing here in this blog post, but it all comes down to very fundamental things too. That all sounds great, but how are the tokenomics? If the tokenomics are bad, investors are not going to want to continue to purchase Gala. That's just how it is. Good thing is that part of this does mention burn mechanisms and the potential for this to bring on large burning events where all of the excess tokens that are in circulation are burned, which is generally a very bullish event and raises the prices of a token asset up quite significantly. Like an example of that would be Ethereum's EIP 1559, where the burning mechanism was enacted on the chain and every transaction burns more Ethereum. to the point to where occasionally it actually burns more than it produces, making it deflationary. But a deflationary mechanism, or even just a token burning mechanism, is generally a bullish thing for Gala. But what we're seeing in the interim is just inconvenience, right? Like the price is actually a little bit down today. People are like, oh, what do I do with my Gala? What's going on with my Gala? I don't know what to do with my Gala. I'm scared. What do I do with it? Do I sell it? Do I move it? The thing is this is a time period of inconvenience, right? If you don't know how to use an external wallet, if you don't know how to use MetaMask, if you don't know how to use a ledger, and you own Gala, that could be problematic. But I would imagine that most people that own Gala probably are already familiar with those things. But right now we're in a period of inconvenience. I think whenever people get their Gala off of Coinbase, or they continue to leave it on an exchange where that transition is supported, I think eventually the dust is going to settle. And providing that there's some improvement in tokenomics, or just another bull run in general, or a bear market relief rally, I think Gala is going to be okay. There are enough people that believe in Gala. There are enough people that hold Gala. Unless just something crazy happens where they prove that it's a giant scam or a rug pull, which I'm not going to say it's not, because we've had bigger rug pulls before. But for now, I don't see any reason to be alarmed. Right now, I would take your tokens off Coinbase. I would no longer trade Gala on Coinbase. I would store that on MetaMask, or I would store that on Ledger, or I would just buy and trade it on KuCoin and be done with it, and everything's good. I don't see this as a major event. In fact, if what they're saying is true, I see this as a good thing from what I'm reading. But it's also meant to be perceived as a good thing. So take that into consideration too. Look at both sides. There's ups and downs to every situation. While we're talking about it, I think it's good practice to just go ahead and do a quick price analysis on Gala 2. I'm looking at the KuCoin chart, and we can see back in November of 2021, right before the bear market began, Gala did reach a price valuation of 84.8 cents, which is significantly off its current valuation of 3.7 cents. Right now, the RSI does have downward posture, or the stock RSI has downward posture, indicating that there could be further downside on the weekly chart. But again, that's all going to be dependent on Bitcoin and what it does here, kind of in this indecision moment within the Gaussian channel that we've been looking at on this channel for a few days now. The RSI, again, is relatively toward the midpoint as well, sitting here at a valuation of 44.85. The thing is this chart on KuCoin has very little data as well, because Gala it's only a couple years old. So it's really hard to establish a quality RSI or a quality stock RSI based off of an asset that's so new, particularly on a high time frame like a weekly chart. So for now, I'm just going to kind of zoom out on the weekly chart to look at it. I'm not really going to look at any of these indicators because I'm not sure how reliable they are. The one thing that I can rely on right now is previous support and resistance, which is right here in this green box that I've drawn, from 14 cents to 15.5 cents, which is both a very large support and resistance historical level. And I think if there was to be a run up, that would be the price, that the valuation I would be looking for on a big bull run. On like just kind of like a minor relief rally here, I would be looking at a price valuation somewhere in here where we had previous support around the 7-8 cent area. You can see Gala did get all the way down here to roughly 1.5 cents at the Bitcoin bottom, which is just an insane deal if Gala were to ever get back to all-time highs, because sitting here from where it is right now back to all-time highs is a 20x, and then using just a typical next bull market type of analysis, which is just a reverse Fibonacci here, and then taking that price up to the 1618, that is $1.35. I personally would not count on Gala getting anywhere over $1. It certainly could. It could do 1,000x for all I know. But I personally am not comfortable pricing Gala anything above $1. So I would probably take profits if there was a massive run. I would probably take profits at 95 cents just to be safe, which is basically a 25x. From here, you put $1,000 in Gala here, potential for 25,000 in the next bull run. I'm not, again, this is just speculation, but I think I could see Gala at $1. I mean, especially if it lives up to its hype. If it doesn't live up to its hype, it's just another shit token that falls off the planet. That's why you don't invest a lot of money into it. But it is what it is. Gala is one of the most hyped gaming plays, and if it does what it says it's going to do, then it's, you know, it's stars ahead for everybody. So that is what we were looking at on price. I'll just go to the daily chart real quick just to kind of get a more close-up view on things. Again, there's really not a lot going on here. I'll have to get really close in. Let's zoom in a little bit. You can see Gala, it did, from that 1.6 cent valuation, it did run up to 6 cents, which it was one of the first tokens to move up when things really moved up back in January of this year. And then you can see ever since then, it's been kind of riding this resistance line all the way down to a valuation of roughly 3 cents. It stopped out here at 3 cents. Let's go ahead and grab a Fibonacci and just do a Fibonacci here on this. The retracement for the 786 would have been 2.6 cents, so it did stop a little short of that. The 618, which is where I would be comfortable buying something after a retracement, came in around 3.4 cents, and it kind of, well, it bounced at 3.6 cents. It started to bounce 3.6 cents right here. So right now we're just kind of hanging out. It did break through this resistance level, bounced off of it, went up, and now we're just kind of going sideways, right? So if I were to look at this, I would probably draw a trend line here. And I would draw a trend line here and say this is the range. If Gala were to bounce, we'd probably see a bounce up to 5 cents. If it did not bounce and it came down here, we could see something like this where it retested this trend line and then maybe made a move down again. If we pull up the fixed range volume profile and we just run that from here to here, you can see there's a giant area here at 4 cents. So 4 cents is now serving as resistance. If we can break up past 4 cents, I think we will definitely get up to that 5 cent area, and potentially if Bitcoin keeps moving based off of my Gaussian channel prediction, we could see Gala, you know, go up to its next big resistance point here at around 8 cents. But either way, the process for getting your Gala off of Coinbase is exactly the same. The most important thing to note here is what I've highlighted. You must remove your Gala from any liquidity pools or smart contracts before the snapshot on May 15th, as we cannot guarantee that Gala drop to any liquidity pool contracts will be recoverable. It's better to be safe than sorry. What this means is the price of Gala around May 15th is probably going to go down, because just the idea of people losing tokens, people being scared of making a mistake, the uncertainty of, is this exchange actually going to transfer things over correctly and put it back in my wallet correctly? There's going to be people selling Gala. It's just how it is. Again, I think this is a short-term bearish thing and a long-term bullish thing, unless proven otherwise. The moral of the story is before May 15th, if you have Gala on Coinbase, please sell it. Please transfer it to an external wallet that is Ethereum supported. And then basically on May 15th, Gala does a snapshot of what's going on as far as where every token is located and its address. And then they will issue V2 tokens based off of that. So decide for yourself, do I want to sell this? Do I want to keep this? Whatever your decision is, just follow what I've mentioned before and make sure that you're prepared. So hopefully this was helpful. If you want more information on Gala, there's plenty of sources to do that. You can search for $Gala on Twitter. You can go to the Gala Games website, and there's plenty of videos to research Gala, or hell, maybe I'll make a Gala video if anyone wants one. So hope you enjoyed the content. Please leave me a comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.